Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is an amazing opportunity to be here to speak with such a diverse group of people and my fellow Rotarians. Thank you so much for having me here. It's also amazing that all who seek this seat did not find it necessary to come and share their vision and goals for Jacksonville, which leads to the problems that we have in Jacksonville needing change. But change only comes with a definitive plan, and I have one. I have a plan to operate from the mayor's office with equity and participatory governance. My background, I have a PhD in public administration with a focus on municipal government, focusing on participatory government where the citizens actually have an opportunity to give input into the decision-making processes that govern our lives. That's important. I believe that equity, not equality, is necessary. Doing what's necessary, when it's necessary, where it's necessary, throughout the city, without neglecting any of the other areas of our town. Until we all have made it, none of us have actually made it because we are one people. And that's the way I see Jacksonville. I'm a native of Jacksonville, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ms. Cumber?
Thank you for having me. I'm LeAnna Cumber, and I believe in the American dream. This is the best city in the best state, in the best country. My father escaped Cuba in 1961, escaped a brutal communist regime. I share his passion for freedom, for change, and accountability. Those things are all critical to a thriving economy and a thriving community. We need to get moving in this city. I'm a mom of 2 young kids, a lawyer, a small business owner, and a former teacher. And I proudly serve on the Jacksonville City Council. On there, I have worked hard to lower your taxes and make this city safer. Why? Because I understand what it's like, my family understands what it's like to grow up living paycheck to paycheck and not being able to afford the doubling of the gas tax that Daniel Davis supported. I believe in more action and less talk. Just a few months ago, a Fox News correspondent came and said Jacksonville downtown is a mess. That was embarrassing for the nation to hear. I love this city. We need to get moving to make sure this city is the best it can be for our children and our grandchildren. We need to hold our leaders accountable so a select powerful few can't sell our utility for their own personal gain. I'm asking for your vote so that we can get moving to get a vibrant downtown and so that we can address our issues together, improve our public safety, improve our education, end these tax hikes, and end this corruption. So thank you for having me. I think it's critical to show up, and I'm really happy to go forward today. Thank you again.
Thank you. Ms. Deegan?
I'm Donna Deegan, and for 25 years, I had the privilege of delivering the evening news to the people of Jacksonville. The same Jacksonville where my great-great-grandfather immigrated in 1905 and built the American dream. The same Jacksonville that rallied around me through 3 bouts with breast cancer, and the same Jacksonville that I truly believe can reach its full promises, if we will keep our promises to her people and build on that dream. As an anchor, I held the powerful to account. I visited every neighborhood in this city, and I heard their stories, their tragedies, and their triumphs. And over again, I heard the same thing. There's a wall between me and my city government. It works for the powerful. It doesn't work for the working people. Sadly, I'm still hearing those stories today. I am running for mayor to break down those walls, to bring the people inside, and I know how to vision forward because I've done it. I have built and led a foundation with a multi-million-dollar budget that brings millions in economic impact to this city every year, and people from all over the world, that have brought millions to our underserved population who are fighting to put food on the table and pay for their medicine, and that have brought millions of dollars to our brightest researchers right here in Jacksonville who are trying to find a cure. We can have the city that we want. We can. We simply have to open it up to everybody. We have to bring everybody in. It really is true that when we all do better, we all do better. I am the person that brings the vision to do that. I cannot wait to get to work. I've done it before. I'll continue to show up for this city, and I look so forward to this continuing conversation.
Thank you, Ms. Deegan. Mr. Ferrero.
Good afternoon. My name's Al Ferrero. I'm one of the city councilmen in District 2. I've been married for 32 years. I've been a business owner for 37 years. I've got a daughter who's 27. I got into city council because I wanted to do the things that a lot of people want to see done, the roads or infrastructure, to see things that are getting done, and I did that in my first 4 years. During the second term, I started seeing civil unrest. I started seeing the sale of JEA. I seen the pandemic. I saw corruption that was happening in our city. These are things that I was upset with, that I wanted to do something about. Since I've been on city council, it's given me the opportunity to see what works and what doesn't. We have a lot of money in this city. Sometimes we talk about $1.5 billion, but it's really 7.6. Our roads, our infrastructure should be in a lot better condition. The safety of our city with the crime, that is one of my biggest focuses. I walk with Mad Dads and I go through different parts of our city and see shell casings next to playgrounds and next to swing sets. There's a problem that we have in our city, safety and our spending problem. As your mayor, I will watch over that and I will bring our city and our community back together the way Jacksonville used to be. I remember that I used to be able to go outside and not have to lock the doors, and that was throughout our whole city, and it has changed. So if you elect me, safety is going to be something I'm going to watch over along with the money. Thank you for coming out today.
Thank you. Ms. Gibson.
Is it on already? Okay. I didn't see the green light, but thank you. And good afternoon. Thank you very much for the invitation. I've been serving above myself from very young age. When I asked my parents if our family could be a participating family in the probation friend program that existed some years ago but is not in existence today. A mayor and the CEO of this city should have a very diverse background in experiences and with people. I've been to nursing homes, senior centers. These are not things that I had to do, but these are things that I wanted to do. I've taken the Navy guys and ladies to those senior centers. The men love the women and the women love to hug the men. I've gone to storm events after those storms in this community, passing out care packages with staff from JEA, letting people know their lights would be on soon and not to worry. And here's a comfort package that we've prepared for you. I've been to those senior centers, taking fruit, nursing homes, every nursing home in my district and in some others, taking socks. I'm a charter member of Citizens for Tree Protection, member of Scenic Jacksonville. I'm on the Public Library Advisory Board. I'm a charter member of the Northwest CDC. I filed unemployment bills for victims of domestic violence, so if they have to leave work, they can still receive their benefits. I've brought home funding for 5-star veterans, Northeast Florida women's veterans, family support services, Agape. I created the Elder Abuse Task Force so that this state would know what it needs to do to make sure our seniors are safe.
Thank you. Mr.
Thank
Keasler.
you.
My name is Frank Keasler. My family's been here for almost a century. There is a major difference between me and every other candidate up here, and that is I'm not running for the office of mayor. I couldn't run from running for the office of mayor. 2 years ago, when this country went nuts and our world turned itself on an ear, and I saw our mayor in the middle of the night take down Jackson's statue, I said, dear God, what kind of people are we? Nothing we do as people is right or has legitimacy under the color of darkness and in the shadows of life. But more importantly, how long will we placate patronize, and pander the black community with a gesture that does nothing. Every time we do that, we basically say, we don't care. I care. I grew up here. I saw Northwest Jacksonville. I used to ride around with the Neptune Beach Police as a 16-year-old. I almost went to work for the FBI when I came out of tax school. And I'd hear Zone, I think, 1 when I was 16 years old. What's that? That's Northwest Jacksonville. That's our murder capital of the city. 50 years later, and on the south side, we rode our dirt bikes through palmettos and pine trees, and that's all there was 50 years ago. Billions of dollars of infrastructure in southeast southern Jacksonville. And Northwest Jacksonville, one of the original places that Jacksonville lived. Floods when it rains, or when the people flush their toilets. And the dang schools, economics, everything is a shooting gallery today. So I have a vision and a plan, and God's given me a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff that I've done the last 2 years. I didn't spend the last 2 years trying to build a magnificent campaign. I spent 2 years trying to be a leader for you and learn what I needed to learn and see what God would put and architect
Mr.
pieces.
Keasler, I don't mean to be rude
I
and
didn't hear
interrupt, but there are time constraints, so I must ask you to.
I'm
finish
sorry,
up.
I didn't hear the bill.
Oh, sorry.
I apologize.
I'll blame him.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Richardson.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Theresa Richardson, and it's an honor to be here. It's an honor also to be on stage with so many people that I've admired pretty much ever since they have been in politics. And I would just like for you to know that I'm here today for this specific reason. I believe in the bold new city of the South. Indeed, not just words. And the people of Jacksonville, what we have been receiving for the last years are words, empty promises. And the time for that is to cease and desist. That's why I'm here. I'm also here because as a young child, my mother always instilled in me that I can do anything that I wanted to do. And I was just crazy enough to believe her. And so that's why I'm here, because I believe that Jacksonville, it's time for a change. It's time for new leadership. The wasteful taxpayer money that has been spent and wasted. For what reason? What have we as citizens, what have we benefited from it? We paid the money into the system. Look at the half-cent sales tax we paid for years. And it has to stop. So that's why I'm here. I want to do that, and I am how can I put it? I'm a servant of the citizens. I would like to continue to serve you, and I feel as though I can serve you even better in a higher capacity as mayor. I will have an open door policy, and I will welcome any suggestions, any ideas.